My proposal is to present a recorded presentation on the topic of graphic novels. Despite their rise in popularity exponentially among our students, many teachers and even families are resistant to embrace these novels. They have concerns that students aren't doing real reading or these aren't real books. And so in this presentation, I would address teacher concerns and try to help educators embrace these texts. So I'll walk you through a quick walkthrough of a PowerPoint I have prepared that I would then use to record the professional learning experience. So I'd begin by talking about how graphic literature is not a new idea, how it's growing exponentially, how most of the text that students want to read right now includes at least some amount of graphics, and how these texts are being published more and more and more. I would talk about the misconception that their content is inappropriate, talk about leveling systems and where to find reliable sources of graphic novels that we can trust. I'd talk about the misconception that graphic novel reading doesn't prepare children for the real world, but rather it actually does the exact opposite, that most of the social media posts and things that students are exposed to outside of our classrooms contains multiple amounts of graphics. I would talk about how the misconception of graphic novel books being easy is incorrect, because just like nonfiction, these books can be quite complex. They're just a little bit harder to level than traditional prose literature. I would talk about the misconception that graphic novels aren't real books, but rather they are just that, and that telling students who love to read graphic novels that their books aren't real really disengages and discourages reading. I would make some suggestions for graphic novels at various grade levels, thinking about an eye on equity. I would make some suggestions for teacher practice and how to embed more graphic novel literature and graphics into their teaching. Make some suggestions for further reading for anyone interested. I'm going to add to this slide, but some places to find some graphic novels and literature online, as that's, the situation that we're in. And then lastly, end with an invitation to chat and collaborate and to continue the conversation and discuss any of the ideas in the presentation. Thank you for considering.